Dog Radio, and today another fabulous guest is Amy Tokich. She's the editor of Pet Guide and she's in town for Super Zoo. Earlier, a huge pet expo, and she's here for many reasons, and it probably has nothing to do with the expo.
I'm here for you. Just for you,
That's
baby.
That's good enough for me, though.
I know, right?
I get so excited when Amy comes into town, and I had a little bonus visit with you. You were in town for something else not long ago. What was that? Or was it not that long ago? Or was it that long ago?
You know what? It was a while, but it just seems like yesterday because that's how we pick up.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Best kind of friend you can ever have. She's not one of those, do you hate me because you've not texted me in 6 months?
No. We don't talk for 6 months and then we're fine.
We go out, we hang out, and I'm always so excited. But what's great about Amy is she's the editor of Pet Guide online, petguide.com. And I think it's an incredibly fun website. It's informative. It feels very light.
Thank you.
It's not heavy.
No.
You know, but lots of great content. And that's a big reason why you're here in Super Zoo, correct?
Yeah, so we're here to check out some of the trends and what's going on. Of course, we're always looking ahead, for Christmas stuff, Halloween stuff. It'll be here before you know it.
Was there that much on the floor for Christmas and Halloween?
There was a bit. It was more of like Christmas gift giving. So we're not talking about Christmas themes per se. We're talking about what are you going to get that pet parent in your life or the dog or cat in your household for the holidays. So that's what I'm here for.
Did you see anything that blew your mind?
I saw a couple. One of the best things I saw, and it's for eco-conscious people, is this biodegradable composter. So you can put organic material like dog poop, cat poop, and it will compost it for you to use in your garden. How cool is that?
I am all about that.
It's made from this plastic that heats up internally. I know we're talking about dog poop, but it's very exciting.
It's one of those topics,
it really is, because you can't use traditionally dog poop in your gardens because dogs eat dog food and it's not good for your garden.
And cat poop is not good to be around kids.
Right. So you can put it in the composter and it turns into viable compost for your garden. How cool is that?
I think it's brilliant because I'm a gardener as well and I have lots of poop in my garden from my dogs.
Because you're a gardener? Is that why? Okay.
And wouldn't that be a brilliant way to recycle?
Yes, definitely. It's for those people who don't like to leave any kind of footprint.
Or paw print.
Or paw print, yes.
Or poo print.
No poo prints. No poo prints.
That'll be the next trend.
Oh my God, imagine.
Poo print necklace.
Ew.
I know, I told you it would go there.
It would.
It's been a long day already.
It's potty talk. But yeah, that was one of my favorite things, and I could totally see buying for my mom for Christmas.
Yes.
I really like that.
It's different.
It is different. And I saw a lot of eco-friendly products and and it's not just what's in the container, it's actually the container itself that's biodegradable, and the labels are biodegradable, the products are biodegradable, everything is pet and eco-friendly.
Yeah, everybody's looking at, I'm seeing that as well, that trend, which is how can I be good to the environment at the same time while using this product, or something that's not tested on animals. Yeah. That's another requirement. People like that kind of product, that it does more than just the intended purpose in the first place.
Right.
So what else did you see?
Lots of hemp products.
Yes.
You people are into pot. Now, I'm Canadian, and we will love our pot on October 17th. But you people love your hemp and your CBD products. I swear every other booth had a hemp and CBD product.
It did.
Everybody. It's like people that don't even have hemp products in their lineup. It was just like, and by the way, we have a hemp product.
It's such a big seller. I just had Jodie on from Treatables.
Oh, very nice.
That's her product,
yes.
And I did go to a booth yesterday for some CBD. She gave me some yesterday to keep me going
Sam
around.
High, that's a good
To keep
look.
me going around the mileage. But yeah, everybody has realised great benefits. It's a seller.
Yes.
It is a seller. It's as simple as that. And what she did for us was she actually broke down what you should be looking for in a CBD oil product. You know, what's the quality, what's the potency, the dosage, really what is in it and what you should be looking for. But yeah, so you'll get to love it in Canada, the whole country.
The whole country gets to love it
The
in all of its
whole
wonderful ways.
Country.
Yes, so please send Twinkies.
Do you know what's amazing is the amount of pet parents I know in Canada that couldn't get some of these CBD products.
Yeah.
Too.
It's wonderful, like all of the, because it's going to be legalized, that means a lot more development and research
Where are
and
they
money
going to put the
towards,
taxes? What's that going to? Have you any idea?
probably into the pockets of some very lucky politicians.
The dispensaries are doing very well, I will
They
say.
are, but everything is so regulated in Canada.
Yeah.
You'll only be able to buy pot at the liquor store or places like
Okay.
that. And if you have a doctor's note, the bigger pharmacies.
Right.
But other than that, you have to go through these government facilitated
I see.
agencies to buy it, and that's good for regulation.
Yeah, I agree. Because what happened here now, and I was saying this earlier, was we became legal here in Vegas, and then CBD oil for pets became very popular. Then people got confused, and they thought they could give their cannabis to the pets. So we had some emergency situations
Yeah.
of trying to explain, no, you can't do that. The reason why, because the THC is not in this product, so you may end up having to write an article about
I know.
that.
No, yeah. Do not share a joint with your dog.
pet.
Yes.
It's not a good thing to
No,
do.
no.
But it was funny because that kind of collided at the same time. It's like, oh, that's kind of not a very good recipe right now.
Yeah.
So a lot of information going out about that. But yeah, definitely CBD oil, huge.
Yeah.
The environmental stuff. We had fun yesterday though when we went through the new
product
stuff.
showcase. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. The cat toys, the bouncy ones.
They were
those
cute.
fun.
I thought there were a lot more cute things,
Yes.
cute toys, and little clothes and stuff that were
Yeah,
really nice.
they were marketed to the pet parent for sure, because I could have taken them all home and stolen everything and not had a problem with it. I would have had trying to get over the border with this huge jacket of stuff, but it would have been great.
Contraband.
And it really is. Canadians are thieves, apparently, and I'm living up to that stereotype.
You've done some fun stuff, though. I think you have to be a very creative person to be an editor of a website, a magazine. I think you have to be very creative to keep it fresh for everybody and interested. And then one year, we all know, you did the Where's Waldo, when you stole
Oh,
products.
I stole you, and I dressed up as Where's
She
Waldo.
stole products from Super Zoo.
That was fun. I need to get back to doing that.
That was so much fun. Did it go viral? Because I'm sure it had a lot.
I had
of
a lot of
hits.
hits. Yeah.
It was different.
And it was fun to meet people and get them involved. Like the retailers are like, yeah, we go up and ask them, are like, hey, we're gonna do this bit. You want to gut in? And we're like, yeah. And I had people chasing me down the aisles.
I know,
It was so
such
much
a
fun.
video. We'll share a link for that because I thought it was one of the most creative things you could have done to show people new products that you think they're going to enjoy and the trends. So
Yeah.
did you do anything like that this year?
I didn't. I didn't even do anything at Global, which is the show before this show.
Yes.
But next year, this is the perfect show to do it at because, everybody's here.
It's
and
Vegas.
It's
Anything
Vegas.
goes.
Really, anything goes.
Yeah.
So I really need to do another video next year. I promise I will steal things from Las Vegas. Look at you all excited. I'm going to bail you out.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. But I think from a creative perspective, get people engaged, it was genius.
Well, thank you.
For Pet Guide. Now, how big is Pet Guide growing? It's got to be like, whoa, tons of people are just logging on for information.
Well, this is our 5th year now. It's hard to believe. And I've been there since the beginning. Years just flew by.
Bet.
And Pet Guide, as you know, isn't just petguide.com. It's also 79 different pet communities that are like very niche-y. So we have websites for golden retrievers and Rottweilers and pit bulls. So we're up to about 6 to 8 million visitors a month.
Oh my goodness.
I know, from all over the world, but mostly Americans. Americans seem to love us, and we love you, America.
Well, So the website is petguide.com if you're curious. But I really like the website. The content's great. You do a lot of the testing of recipes for cookies and stuff.
I do, and so my dogs, Zed and Oscar. Zed is how we pronounce Z in Canada.
Pronounce it Zed.
Yeah,
yes.
you pronounce it Zed, but everybody else pronounces it Z.
But it's a Zed.
It's
for
Zed
us.
if you speak English.
Right.
So Zed and Oscar are very lucky fat dogs, and they test all of my recipes.
And they're cute.
And they're cute. And I make sure that they're very easy to make, because if I can make them, anybody can make them. Right? That's my philosophy in life.
There's nothing worse though when I've got a recipe and then you open your pantry or whatever and you go, I don't have everything. But there's also that moment when you go, I have everything for my recipe. It's so exciting. So I like the fact that you keep it simple.
I try to, and I make sure that, you have it in your pantry. It's the basics. Every once in a while, I'll throw something in, like an orange or some mixed berries. But other than that, you're not going to get too complicated. And everything is safe for your pet. It's easy to make, and they're great. They're great. Like if you're doing something for Christmas and you want to go on the cheap, totally, get a couple of recipes from our site and make them up, and people will be so impressed with you.
It's a lovely thing to do to actually make something for someone else.
Right.
It really is.
You make a couple batches and you're like the queen of everything,
That's right.
I think I'm the queen of everything, but you will be the queen of everything,
if you make the cookies for holidays and gifts. I think it's brilliant. Now, do your little monkeys get to go? She doesn't have monkeys; they're dogs. But do your little monkeys get to go to work with you?
Occasionally. Acting.
Because you have a pet-friendly office.
Yeah, we do, but it's just
They're very distracting.
He's a terrible dog. I mean, I love him to death, and he's the cutest dog I've ever seen in my life, but he's just terrible. I have to keep my eye. Yeah, I have to keep my eye on him constantly. He just wants to go visit everybody, and you can't do that. You need to, if you're responsible in your workplace, you have to watch your dogs.
Right.
And he'll go to the bathroom, like, I brought him in for Bring Your Dog to Work week on Friday, and he goes right to the accountant department and makes a deposit right in the middle of their office.
Not the accountant.
He booped.
Oh, it's the right place to make a deposit.
It really
the accountant.
was. Yeah. He dropped off a deposit for his account.
And then there's an expectation, because you are the editor of Pet Guide, that you're the perfect
dog. And they're not.
That's what people think about us. We're the perfect dog.
He's the worst dog ever, but I love him, and he's just so cuddly and kissable, and I love him. But he's terrible.
Oh my gosh.
And
I would love to have cam though.
Oh, I was so embarrassed. And the ladies were like, ooh. It's really funny now, but at the time it was very, very embarrassing for the editor of Pet Guide dog to take, to have a little deuce on the floor.
Now,
in accounting.
Did you get much work done?
No, I got no work done.
Of course you didn't.
No, because everybody's coming over and they love Oscar. Is a great dog. He's like he knows the office. He knows the people.
He's been around, hasn't he?
Yeah, he'll just go to the different departments and he'll wait there for you to pet him. And then when you're done, he'll leave. He knows.
It's like a tour.
He's 9 years old. He's done the whole office thing.
Yeah.
But Zed, who is a year and a half, is he's wild. He's out of control. He needs some CBD. That dog needs some CBD.
If anyone's watching with a CBD company, you need to send some stuff
for Zed.
For Zed.
Zed needs
Zed's
CBD.
going to need it.
He has a problem.
Oh. Now, when I think editor, I think, wow, big job and a big responsibility. And it is, isn't it?
I'm not gonna.
Don't sugarcoat it for anyone that's thinking of becoming an editor.
You are on 24/7 basically. When you're on the internet, you're online. The internet never closes.
It never closes down.
So, something. There's not a lot of breaking news, but there's something breaking. Oh, there's always something breaking with the website.
Yeah.
And so you have to be, you have to be vigilant, keeping that kind of technology up to date and updating your site and being mindful of what Google wants, but being mindful of what your audience wants. So
right, because I know you are certainly an expert in SEO. I know that for sure.
Yeah, I do my best.
You have that down.
Yes.
So you do need to know a lot more than just, hey, I'm going to write, or we put some ideas or structure together for the year, or segments and ideas and that kind of stuff. It's so much more than that today.
You're trying to bring in new users all the time, like new visitors to your site, because although we do have a growing amount of people that come back to the site every day, you still need to build your audience and bring new people on.
You do.
Whether that's with news or with just information. Yeah, or recipes.
Or like you say, the trends.
Yeah, like people are looking for more than just trends. They're looking for a lot of health stuff.
Yes, health is big right now.
Yeah.
It's so big. I think people are just like craving information.
Yeah.
They just want to do better.
And they're doing it, a lot of people are doing it through mobile. Like you look at the trends and
yes,
not so many people on desktop. It's all on
I just talked about this. I think it's something like 87% of people are looking at your site on their phone.
Yeah.
And so you've got to be optimized for that, and it's got to fit and look right.
Right.
And operate the way that,
It has to be fast.
It does have to be fast. And
Yeah.
what do? We just scroll like crazy. And that's what we just, consume quickly.
Right, and it needs to be shareable.
Yes.
It just needs to upload quickly, and you have to get to the meat of what people want.
Yeah, because it's funny because I have a blog, but sometimes I'm like.
You know what I loved about your blog is those ties. Remember those bow
Yes, I
ties?
still have
Do you still
them.
have those?
Yeah.
Those were gorgeous.
I sent you two.
You did. You
For
sent
the
me a green one.
I sent you two for the monkeys.
For the monkeys.
I sent you some new ones for the monkeys. Yeah.
Oh my God! Did I? I have a friend, and she calls Zed. She has a nickname for him.
What is it?
Special Zed.
I just realized. That's funny.
That is.
Oh.
She calls him
You know
Special
what,
Zed.
extra
It's
special
amazing.
Zed with
a little bow tie.
So
Yeah.
I will. In fact, you know what? I can probably pick them up tomorrow and bring them to you because we're going to hang out after Super Zoo, aren't we?
Yes, we are,
Yeah.
because I have my flight. There's apparently only 2 flights out of Las Vegas to Canada. One's at 9 a.m. The other one's at midnight. I don't know what the problem is.
But we've got places that we can hang out, so
Yes,
that's great.
you're going to take me to some American places, and I'm going to be very excited.
I'm actually going to take you to a Korean coffee shop. That's
That's going to be very much. That's going to be a lot
You're
of fun.
going to like it, though. You're going
Yes,
to really
we'll
like it. Now, do you ever envision that Pet Guide will become a magazine, or like a TV show, or anything like that online?
Oh, I'd love to do a podcast.
I think it would be great.
That would be a lot of fun. Like, I've done guest segments for podcasts, but I've never done a podcast on my own, just for
I think you would be great.
Well, thank you. I would just like to talk to, not just about pet. It's funny how pet people, we get together and we talk about our pets, but there's other things that we're more dimensional than just our pets.
Yeah.
Like, we're not, we're crazy, but we have other interests other than pets.
That's right.
And I don't think people outside the industry really get to see that. They see us as experts, but we like to do other things. Like, I like to collect vinyl.
I like to garden.
Oh, yes.
I like to play HQ.
You like to play HQ?
Have you played that game? I've never liked any kind of quiz game. It's certainly not on your phone.
No.
And it's an app, and it's called HQ. And on average, there's about 1.5 million people that log on live, and there's a host, and it's 12 questions, and you progress, and they might say at the beginning, like yesterday was, our prize is $2,500, and you're like, well, there's 500,000 people on here playing. So we had a friend that did win 16 cents.
Was that American or Canadian?
It's worldwide.
Okay.
The money. I don't think it's made much difference.
I don't know. 16 cents American,
But
maybe
it's that
about $5.
wanting to get all 12 questions right, and they'll throw in what they call a savage question. It's a bit trickier, and I don't know why I keep doing it. But when I'm unsure, it's particularly if it's a question about America, and I don't know because I didn't grow up here. Some of the pop culture stuff, and Jim will say it's this, and it's wrong every time. Why do I listen to you? Why?
I woke him
He's
up.
asleep right now, actually. Don't go to sleep. HQ's coming on. But it's just this funny thing that I even think my friends think it's weird. I mean, I kind of think it's weird.
It's
that
a
I do
little
that.
weird.
But we are something outside of our pets, like you
Yeah,
were
so
saying.
we do have other interests outside of pets. Like,
Yeah.
I go to barbecues, or I go to people's cottages, or just meeting up, and they're just like, "Oh, tell me about the dogs. What's new? Oh, my dog has this lump," and I'm like, "You should take to the vet then, don't I? Were you just waiting for me to come over?"
We just said that earlier. We just said that.
I cannot
Gregory-
diagnose your
Gregory
dog.
Lucas said the internet is not for emergencies.
No.
It's called go to the vet. Don't text me.
I don't know what that lump is. I don't know why your dog is throwing up.
I know.
Take him to the vet.
This is that you know everything about everything. I mean,
Yeah.
we do know a lot. I mean, we do.
Yes.
But we're not veterinarians, and we're not pet surgeons, you know.
And you can talk to us about other things. We have full, like, enriching lives outside of our pets.
Outside of it. It's just funny that people just think you're this one thing, you know. So what about you that is surprising that people go, whoa, I didn't know that about Amy? What would you say?
I'm afraid of balloons. They scare the hell out of me. I don't know what it is. Like they're just there, and then they're like, are they gonna pop or not?
Just too much. It's just too much.
It is. And you touch them, and they make weird noises, and I'm like, ah! I don't like balloons. They freak the. And it's weird too because people have a weird sexual fetish with balloons too, and they gross me out. Because it's so scary. Balloons are so scary for me. So birthday parties are like.
So did those doggy boots freak you out yesterday? That I thought it was a packet of balloons.
I went, the shoes. Well, no, because they're deflated. Yeah. See, balloons in their deflated state, they do not scare me. They have to be blown up.
The thought that they could just pop is just like, I can't take it.
Yeah, something must have happened to me when I was a child, but like popped in my face when I was blowing it up. But I don't know what it is. Balloons scare me.
It's a little like when my sister was learning how to drive, and she would be in park, handbrake on, everything in neutral. There's no way she can go anywhere, and she said people would walk across the road and go, "I'm going to hit them," but she's not moving.
Someone push me so I can hit them.
It didn't make any sense. It's a little bit like that.
Yeah.
But people do have a lot of these things that they're scared of.
I'm scared of balloons.
So there you go. Outside
for
of
my
dogs,
birthday,
balloons.
no balloons.
No balloons.
No
for her.
balloons.
Oh my gosh, I would love to see that. I think Pet Guide would be a brilliant magazine if it went to be a physical magazine. I think that would be fantastic. Honestly, I just think it would be such a good magazine. I also think a podcast would be brilliant.
Be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think you need to run 2. There's one for you.
Oh, just talking about nonsense. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Just call it that.
Just nonsense. Talking about nonsense.
It's a perfect title. But it is. It is. When I look at that, and I've been doing this a long time, but it almost seems like if you didn't have a Facebook account for your business and a Twitter and Instagram, you're like, oh, that's so weird. Why haven't you got that? Now I'm starting to feel that way about a podcast. Why don't you have a podcast associated with your business? It's just a natural thing now. It's what we expect. It's what we expect.
I think so. And like the internet goes in cycles too. Like it used to be all about video, and then it used to be all about content, and then it used to be all about social media. And so it's a circle. So
it is.
So, now maybe it's about podcasts, but maybe next week it's about something different. Yeah. But you should always content. You should never deviate from that because Google always loves fresh content.
That's right. It does.
Relevant,
honestly.
Fresh content. And the other things are a bonus. And if you can do them, great. If you can't, stick to what you know.
I think that's a really good piece of advice. I really do.
I have some good advice
So
occasionally.
So how far ahead are you working then? You said you were looking at some holiday stuff. Are you 6 months ahead? Are you more than that?
I'm always looking ahead. Like I know what my editorial calendar looks like for the next 6 months, and I'm on spots. I know what's coming up next year. There's always things and dates that I'm aware of, themes.
I mean, there's stuff that rolls around, like for us, July the 4th, and then there's a whole slew of, fireworks and pets being scared of that. What can you do for that? Or celebrating, July the 4th with your pets. There are all those like standard things that always happen. We have a take your dog to work day. It's only a day.
It's only a day.
Give you a day. That's rolling around, and I know that those things always fill in a spot. And there's more and more people interested in those every single year. They get pets as well, and they kind of like your standard stuff. But then you've got to fill everything else in, and it's a lot of content.
It is. You always have to be thinking. Like I have a group of writers who work for the site who are pitching me. They're constantly pitching me ideas. So thank God I have them. And then I know of things that are going on or things that are coming up, and then there's news events, so you can never prepare yourself for too many news events. But I'm always making sure that I have something to publish every day. And even with Super Zoo, like I publish 5-6 stories a day when I'm here.
I don't know how you've done it, because yesterday
I'm a little tired.
We were both at a party yesterday. We stayed all of like 10 minutes because I'd come and prep for today. And then you went back to work as well. But you had a full day on the floor as well.
Yeah, it's when people are like, oh, you're coming to Vegas, you're going to Vegas, you're going to talk about pets, you're going to hang out with dogs and cats. Yes, it is those things, but it's walking, it's work. You don't really get to sit down for the 12 hours.
No, you don't. I wish you
could.
And
we're talking about parties, and I didn't stay for very long because I have a niceness limit. And I have to talk to people for 12 hours. I like, you know, when 5 o'clock hits,
it gets stretched,
done.
Doesn't it? You're like, ding. Yeah.
I could feel my fuel level is down to like empty, and I cannot be nice to anybody else. So I go to my room and I'd be nasty to myself, you know, like it's just like no more.
It's hard. It's hard. I mean,
it's very
hard. Again tomorrow, aren't we? We're gonna go around the whole place, catching up with those that we've missed.
Oh, and there's so many that I've missed. It's impossible to get all of them. I don't know how I could.
Do you scan? I scan through that app and I look through the press releases and I go, what piques my interest? Is that the kind of same thing that you do, and how you go visit people? You can't physically go.
No.
I do know people that literally will do it though, up and down every aisle for 3 days straight. I'm like, oh,
I couldn't do it. No, because I schedule my appointments with people, and they're all over the place. Like there's no rhyme or reason to them. And then of course I look at the press releases, and I base a lot of my content on some of the new things that catch my eye, and then there's always the wrap-ups, but I cannot physically go to every single booth and talk to every single person. It's
an impossibility. And at the same time, you're writing, you're looking at trends, you're observing, you're taking photographs, you know, you're networking. It's a lot of work.
It takes a toll. When I get home, I need a good 3 days of not talking to a single person. It's like, I'm done. I've been nice to way too many people. I'm not a nasty person, but I can only take so much of just being on.
That's right.
And then there's people wanting you to go to parties afterwards, and it's like, it's 9 o'clock. It's too late. I need to go to bed.
I've never said that in my life. Oh gosh, it's too late. 9 o'clock. Never said that, but I did. I was like, oh, I'm not doing that.
And I would have loved to have gone to that party, but it was 9. I was in bed at 9. I'm in Vegas rocking out. Yeah, 9 p.m. I'm in bed. Crazy Canadian.
Kind of like parties and events. Has Pet Guide done any parties in the community?
I would love to do a party. I had this big idea during Pride Week, and I wanted to put on a doggy drag show. And I still want to do that. And do it for charity.
Yes!
And then Oscar could, stroll down the aisle and drag.
Oh my gosh.
I would love to do that.
Here's the thing with your fundraise, because I do that all the time, is it's got to be something interesting, exciting, and different. And if it's not, people are not interested, not going to buy a ticket. So you're going to raise money. It's got to be something like that.
I would love to do that during Pride. And in Toronto, we pride it up big time.
Do you?
All June. It is amazing. The whole month we do it. When I left, that was the big parade. So it's wrapping up now.
Yeah.
But all of June is Pride Month for us.
I would love
Toronto
to
is
go
huge
to a
for
Pet Guide event.
We should do something next year. We should do like a drag show.
I'll come to Canada.
Okay, come to Canada. It'll be lovely.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to be going to Vancouver at some point, Jim and
I. That's like across the other end of the...
And I'm supposed to be going to Halifax?
Yes, you told me about that. And we would have to do a bit of a road trip. That would be, a plane trip. I wouldn't do that by car. That's on the other side,
we just need to spend a lot more time together.
I think so. Imagine all the trouble we'd get into. We'd be kicked out of so many places. It would be so much fun.
We'd have a great time.
I know. Jim would leave us.
He would. He would. If you could see him now, he's asleep.
That's how much we entertain him. He's so used to us.
Does Pet Guide sell any products?
No, we don't sell anything. So
you would at some point.
I would like to do a shop, and
maybe something like branded Pet Guide type stuff.
Yeah, I would like to do fun T-shirts.
Because you've got the beautiful orange color on the side, which I really, really like. I love that simple logo. But I think,
I would love to do like brown T-shirts with funny sayings all over them.
Because you're hilarious and you'd be able to write them.
Oh, it would be hilarious. It would be so much fun. And I'd wear them every single day. Like, I'd wear different ones every day.
When you think about it, 5 years, it's really not a long time.
No, not...
To implement new things like retail, events.
It takes a lot of work.
A TV show. I think you need a TV show as well, an online TV show. I think you do need one of them.
Okay, we need one of those. Okay, so I'm getting on that TV show.
Do you do many Facebook Lives?
Sometimes I usually do them with Terrible and Oscar. And those are fun because people just like to watch what the dogs are doing. They don't want to see me. They want to see the dogs doing crazy
people
stuff.
want to see you, Amy. They like you.
I do the running commentary.
Well, which is great.
Yeah, so, I do those. I haven't done one in a while, but I really should get back to it because Zed is hilarious. And he does stupid things.
Well, you know what? Have you adopted the IGTV yet? Because it just came... Instagram TV just launched last week.
No, I have not checked it out yet.
Right, so basically it's their version of YouTube.
Yes.
For Instagram.
Yeah.
You can't go live on it. You just upload your videos. They have to be done vertically, which I kind of like. You know how we've been trained to do it the other way?
Now we have to turn our phones around. How do they expect us to do that?
But it's easier by yourself, though, isn't it? Because you're like, I can just hold it that way quite easily.
I can't figure out the horizontals. Yeah, no, it's too much for me.
So we're back to vertical now, which I'd uploaded a horizontal one because I wanted to see how it worked.
Yeah.
But I see that as a really great TV platform channel. Pet Guide.
Yeah, totally. We have an Instagram.
Cooking,
Follow us on Instagram at Pet Guide. It's a great handle.
That's across the board, isn't it?
Well, it's, Pet Guide, tweets, Pet Guide page, Pet Guide, pins, but it's always Pet Guide. Yeah. Pinterest is huge for us.
Do you know, a lot of bloggers have said that they get a lot of traffic through Pinterest.
We have about 6,000 followers, but we get most of our traffic just through random pinners.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'd say about 1 million impressions a month through Pinterest, on the Pinterest page. It's crazy. When we do, we do some.
Thought, though, that would have turned into that when it first started.
Oh, who knew? Yeah, it's huge. When we do, it's crazy. Our Pinterest goes through the roof. Oh. We did this one for Shed Defender. Have you ever seen Shed Defender? The onesies for dogs. Yes. So we did this campaign for them where. You have to spend some money on them. They're like $40. Right. So just accessorizing them. So I dressed up Terrible and Oscar, and I did one as a great white shark, another one as
a base for a costume.
Yeah, and we got 100,000 impressions just on those pictures alone. It was brilliant.
See, you learn something every day.
Yeah, dress up your dogs in clothes and put them on Pinterest.
There you go, and you will get your traffic.
Yes.
Because traffic's important.
Traffic is important.
Traffic's really, really important. Fresh content is really important. For anyone that's wanting to do something, be an editor of something that's online, which is quite different from, say a physical magazine or whatever, and they want to get into that world, that arena, what would your best piece of advice be for them?
I'd say start up your own blog. We're a publication, but hitting up editors for advice and just being super nice and sending them lots of compliments. Oh my God, I love compliments. My head is huge. So, find an editor that you really love and pump them for advice and information. Let them be your mentor.
I don't think enough people have mentors, to be honest with you.
No, I don't think so.
I really don't. And you can learn so much from that. I think everybody needs a mentor or a life coach, or everybody needs that.
Yeah.
I don't care how successful you are. You still need that because it just helps you, talk out ideas and obstacles and that kind of thing. But I think that's great advice.
Yeah.
It's really great advice. And then what else? Don't bring your dogs to work.
Don't bring your dogs to work if they're terrible.
If they're a bit naughty.
Yeah. No, but they're terrible.
Well, look in that camera right now. Tell everybody exactly where they can find you on the internet.
Come visit WWDBTV.com.
And there you go. It's as simple as that. We have to hug Amy because we love her. Thank you.
Coughing a feel. Oh, that's awesome.
I told you I didn't know which way that this interview was going to go. But if and when she starts her podcast, I will make sure you'll get to know about it. But meanwhile, petguide.com. And thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.